Well, hello there, and welcome back to my backyard. I figured I'd finally start on that special project I talked about like 6 months ago. I should have started on it like 3 or 4 months ago, and plans have changed, life happened. But I think this will really kind of delve into the mindset of makers and how we think and how we probably waste a lot of money. So let me show you guys what I got going on. So my initial thought was to do this stuff over there, but I never got around to clean that up. I did clean up the garage a little bit, which you can't really see, but so instead we're going to do it over here, which you can see I've already started clearing out a bunch of gravel. Almost got a path going through there. That's a whole nother project, but for right now we're going to focus on this area over here. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to put in a garden. So to me, nothing says maker quite like spending a bunch of time and money and effort on something that you can just go to the store and buy really cheap. And fruits or vegetables, probably in this case, is what we're going to end up growing, and then we can hopefully make something with that we could also buy quite cheaply at the store and spend a lot less time and effort getting. But doing that is a lot of fun. You can take a lot of pride in what you're doing and hopefully end up with a better product, or at least as good of a product as what you can buy in the store. Kind of my plan here is probably just to bury those stumps so I don't have to deal with getting them out right now, and hopefully they'll just rot away over the summer and next winter, and then we'll deal with that when we get to it. I do need to cut this tree down at some point this summer. We've worked on trimming it, but we haven't gotten all the way there, so we're going to kind of go that way, that way with our garden, so it's more in the sun and less behind the house, and we'll deal with the tree whenever we get a chance. So I got some wood over here. I got to cut 2 of these down into 4-foot pieces, and then we're going to stack them up and screw them together into a rectangle over here, and then fill it with dirt for a raised garden bed, and then put our plants in. Hopefully this stuff will grow before it freezes, because we're starting really late on this, like 3 months too late. But sun's shining and pitter patter, let's get at her. So my initial plan was to do 4 of these high, but then I went to the hardware store with a plan and they didn't have the 4-foot version of these, they only had the 8-foot. So I was like, I'll just cut a couple down, and I didn't do my math right, so I only bought enough to go 3 high. So we're gonna go 3 high, which is still like 9 inches. Should be plenty for a raised garden bed. So anyway, I had to cut 3 of these down to 4 feet. That'll give me 6 4-foot long pieces. Thank you, lovely assistant. So now I got all those cut. So I gotta go take all that and make a triangle or a rectangle. One of those shapes. We'll lay one down. And then we will offset on top of this and screw that together. Do the same over there. Yeah, same with the lines. So something like that. little concert conversation with the boss, and she decided that's where she wanted it, so that's where it's going. We're gonna take these screws here. They're nice and flat. Put one in each spot so it bolts or it screws all 4 pieces together. So 3 in each corner total. And then we'll do another layer and screw that one down the same way. Another thing you can do if you want is to like cut the bottom one like 6 inches, bottom long one like 6 inches shorter, and then offset it inside, and then cut the top middle one 6 inches shorter and put it inside there so it kind of overlaps a little bit more like bricks, but that's a lot more work, so we're doing it this way. I'm also going to do it right and use a square and try and make it actually square for like the first time in my life. Do pretty much the same thing, just offset the other way. You like watching me work?
Mm-hmm.
only put 2 screws in each one of the top ones corners because I'm not really worried about the whole thing moving. With the 3 on the second layer. So I bought this hose. Basically, what it's called soaker hose. You pretty much just hook a spigot or a water hose up to it, turn it on. It has a little plastic thing with a hole in here, so it only lets so much water go through, and it permeates the water out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole through the top layer, the middle layer, and then run this through there, put some dirt down, cover it up. That way I can just water my plants by hooking up the water hose to this, turn it on for a little bit, keeps it from evaporating into the, it goes right to the roots and then doesn't evaporate. Save some water, a little bit more efficient that way. This is just a 1-inch paddle bit. I should just be able to set that hose in there and probably have some room, extra room. I guess we'll do it here. That'll be a nice easy place to get to. That was way easier than I thought it would be. I guess I should cut all the stuff off of it first. Yeah, that'll work. All right, time for some dirt. So we got 12 bags of dirt. So I'm going to do 4, and then run my hose, and then do the rest. If my math is correct, that should get it almost full. But who knows? I've been doing pretty bad at math recently. What? with that, and then we'll push it down. Should we tell our audience what plants we got?
No.
So we got our dirt all in. It worked out pretty good, pretty even. Our hose is nice and neat how it should be, you know, evenly, so it distributes the water correctly. We got our cat over there running away. And then here's our plants. We got parsley. No, we got basil over here. We got parsley, thyme, oregano, and then we got another oregano over here. We have 2 big boy tomatoes, and then an orange bell pepper and a green bell pepper. There's our Roma tomato over there. Our cucumber, that plant is a little sad looking. Hopefully that grows up and turns out better, or we might have to find another one. And then we have a jalapeno, and we also have some seeds we started inside. We might plant some of those, just some seeds out here, and hopefully they grow. How do you want to put these so that they grow?
I don't know. I feel like some of this might have to depend on which ones are gonna grow bigger and like.
Tomatoes are probably gonna grow the biggest.
Okay. Stick them probably over here then, because those trunks are over here.
I'm not worried about the roots. I don't think that'll be a problem.
Okay.
I think it's more about sunlight, because it's gonna get more sunlight over here.
Yeah. Should we put the bigger stuff over here then, so that they're not hiding the smaller stuff?
Maybe. Probably not a bad idea. So like our tomatoes.
I'm not like fully putting anything in any sort of order. I'm kind of putting them over here.
Okay, that's fine.
And then,
I don't know how big the peppers get. That's what tomatoes are pretty big.
yeah, especially the bigger tomatoes.
I think most of the
Might be okay.
I think most of the herbs and stuff will stay pretty small.
Okay.
I think that they will just kind of they're more like grasses.
So maybe put the fruits more that way.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know what it is on either. Like something.
I know all the seeds said 6
I
out
know. I
of.
think we'll get plenty of sun. It's just some stuff will probably.
Okay.
If it needs more sun, it needs to be over there.
Good news, the back side of all of this stuff has sunlight instructions.
Okay.
So the only one we're kind of screwed on is the basil.
It says 6 plus hours.
Yeah, this says 6+ hours.
I think you'll get that amount of sun no matter where it's at. I think the stuff over there is going to be better. Well, let's put it over here.
Okay, this says part shade 3 to 6 hours.
Okay, put it in the corner.
Which one?
The corner.
That's I think parsley. There's other parsley finding that too.
We clearly have no idea what we're doing with this.
Nope, this one's a part shade. Okay, the herbs might be part shade.
Okay, that might work out.
Thyme, part shade.
And the other oregano probably is too.
Cucumber, full size. Thyme. Parsley. Part shade. So I'm gonna guess the
Yeah.
basil is probably gonna be a part shade.
So put all this stuff down there and put this stuff over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Bell pepper. Okay, that'll work out.
This is a part shade.
Yeah.
Part shade.
You getting in trouble, Star?
He did. Now he's mad at me. Okay, so for vegetables?
Yeah, for plenty.
What I'm saying, how do you want them?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's big. They're all gonna get kind of big.
Probably put tomatoes in a row.
You want them
I
over
would
here?
try and, I think try and keep them more this side. Everything, all the vegetables. If they need more sun, I'd say keep them more on this side. But I would try and put like the tomatoes together, the peppers, just so we don't forget what's what. Or it's harder for us to forget what's what.
Okay. You want to start with the tomatoes?
That would be my suggestion because we're bad at this. But if you want to do it a certain way, or randomly. And that way also, if the tomatoes are in a row, we have to get tomato cages.
And you also have more pepper seeds.
That's how you want it.
I guess.
Should take more down.
I got down to the hose and I couldn't get any more out.
This guy. So that was a pepper, right?
Yeah. Do you not have the thing with it?
I'm trying to remember.
I got a lot of peppers. I don't know how much you want this hose buried, but I buried it a bit more over here.
I was kind of leaving the end so that it lost. But it doesn't really matter. Good one. Yeah. Not that cool. Doesn't really make sense to me.
It feels nice and moist.
I'm good at it.
Got this cucumber more on its own so we can plant some seeds here. Because all those seeds want full sun. I'm just gonna stick a pepper there.
Yeah. Stick the pepper here. That will get lots of water.
So I'll stick this cucumber here.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much distance we have to keep between stuff.
I don't know. They have spacing on these. Like this says 36 to 48 inches apart.
That's a lot.
I'm gonna stick this more here. Cucumber, front and center.
Yeah. Put the cucumber right in the middle. Let's try our watering. The garden itself, like looks more full than I thought it would. I thought it was gonna look pretty empty with the number of plants we got.
Cucumber looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on the water.
Okay. Not surprised. Maybe it's gonna take time to get there. Hopefully it's not pink.
What I'm worried about is this thing.
Yeah, the more that way I was, the more immediate the wet feeling was. Now I've got hose. It's also probably gonna take a while to get the soil wet.
Yeah.
Should this be loose or should it be packed?
What?
Soil.
I usually it is.
Probably need to let it run for a little while.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure. I want to make sure it's actually gonna work on the road everywhere. Like it's a lot here. That's what my concern is.
You know?
There's a lot here, not all there. Probably a few simple down there.
There's like those felt some roads over here, but it's feeling wet. I don't know exactly how like push it up.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be where
But it's like so it's wet here, and I found a hose here that's wet, but it's like right after that spot. So maybe it's somewhere over here.
yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be where it's kinda high in the middle right there. But it doesn't seem to be.
I'm guessing it's gotta be somewhere over here.
So there's our garden. This morning, because we kind of ran out of light last night, I put some seeds in there. Some were kind of random. I took the carrots and onions and kind of put them around the outside edge because they don't need quite as much space. And then I took some peppers and put them both. We had two different kinds of peppers. Put them in a bag, shook it up, and just randomly planted them. And also some cilantro. Kind of did the same thing with. So we could end up with a very green garden here in a couple weeks if all that stuff starts growing. Then inside we have some of that stuff in pots, so it'll grow pretty well. I'm pretty happy with this. It definitely gives a little bit extra something to the backyard here. So that's my garden. Gonna try and do updates on it once a week, and hopefully post videos once a week of other stuff that I'm gonna be doing with updating the backyard. So come back and we're cleaning out the backyard and doing some landscaping. So come back and see us. Hit the little button down wherever it is, and get like updates or whatever notifications. Yeah, hopefully I'll get a video out every week, either on the garden or just on the backyard. Thanks, guys.